Boom shakalaka, how much will 1,000 Cardano coins be worth in 2025? And more importantly, how many ADA do you need to be a millionaire? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at how much 1,000 ADA will be worth in 2025. Before we get into it, like the video, join us on Twitter at Crypto Love, and of course, subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos since 2017 when Cardano was 2 cents. Now, today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how much Cardano do you actually need realistically to be a millionaire, and what's it going to be at in 2025. Now, why are we doing this video? Well, altcoins are showing signs of breaking out. If we take a look at altcoin dominance, it just climbed above the trend ribbon. Now, generally when this happens, altcoins go on a tear versus Bitcoin. They outperform in the coming weeks. Also, if we take a look, altcoins are breaking out of some big patterns like this cup and handle pattern right here. The last time it broke out of a bullish pattern like this, the double bottom back here, altcoins went on an absolute tear. This is a big breakout candle, likely the beginning of another huge move for altcoins. Also, if we take a look at when Bitcoin touches the Bollinger Band's 200 SMA right here, this green line, Bitcoin dominance drops off a cliff, which means that altcoins outperform. And this just happened once again, suggesting alt season trigger occurring right now. And this alt season could be a very, very special one if you believe in something called expanding cycles theory. You can see there's a very small fractal that has been magnified. So it is much larger. You can see these hammer downs, same as here. The accumulation, same as here, breaking previous highs, same as here, and then a little bit of accumulation before crazy alt season. Well, this took 1 cycle to complete. This structure has taken 2 cycles to complete, so we could potentially expect this to be twice as large, an absolutely huge alt season. So all of those things combined are telling me that alt seasons are about to go on an absolute tear. Now, if we take a look at Cardano, recently, Cardano whales have been actively accumulating ADA over the past month, with holders over 10 million in ADA increasing their positions by 145%. Yes, whales are buying up a lot of Cardano right now. Also, the volume of large Cardano transactions has increased by 297% in the past 2 weeks, reaching 22.56 billion today, 22.5 billion. So, a lot of large money is buying up a lot of Cardano right now. And if we take a look, Cardano did have a very, very nice move just recently, but it may not be over. If we take a look, the last time our ADA rallied and broke 72 cents, it actually rallied all the way up to $3. Could it go that high this time? Well, right now, Cardano is echoing what it did historically, looking very similar to what we saw the last cycle. This is sideways accumulation, breaking above there and then retesting. You can see all of that right here. And then we have the election happening right there, which just happened. And then after that, Cardano goes on an absolute tear. Could we see the same thing? If we did see the same thing proportionally, this could be a $6 plus Cardano by July to September of 2025. And if you don't believe that, there's a lot of bullish scenarios for Bitcoin. Some people expecting Bitcoin is going to hit $250,000 this cycle. Now, if it does that, and Cardano does reach these previous Cardano Bitcoin comparative levels that it did, the 0.0005 or 0.0005, well, that would mean a $12.50 ADA. So those are all potential scenarios based on the charts. But what's Cardano doing today? Right now, trading at $1.07. The market cap, $37.5 billion. And as you can see, it's not as all-time high in price. As a matter of fact, right now, the price where it is very similar to this peak right here. And also it is very similar to the all-time high in 2018 when it went from $2 cents to $1.10. So very close to that level right there, worth noting. And for those of you who don't know what Cardano is, well, watch another video because clearly you've been missing out on a lot. Making the world work better for all, a blockchain platform for change makers, innovators, visionaries, a tool, technologies, yada, yada. Basically, one of the top layer 2 altcoins out there, has the potential for something huge if it hasn't fallen off a cliff in terms of adoption and losing market cap to other coins like Solana, like whatever other ones you want to name. Now, if we take a look at the charts specifically look very nice for Cardano. So first thing to note, we did have this downtrend from September of 2021, touched a peak here in March of 2024, and guess what? Broke through there no problem, which is great. Broke through that resistance. Now also, we did just recently find some more resistance at the trend line of these, where we had a failed inverse head and shoulders formation, which did not break the way it was expected. But that is one level of resistance. And then also you have to remember what I was saying, that right about $1.09, somewhere around there, was the all-time high from 2018. So in this level where Cardano is sitting, definitely could be some resistance worth breaking through. But there's one more pattern on this chart that is definitely worth noting. It is this giant cup and handle formation right here. And the measured target on that would be roughly $3. We have not hit that yet right now at $1. So just based on this cup and handle bullish pattern, you would expect a 3x on Cardano. So a lot of good reasons to be excited for Cardano. Definitely breaking above this downward trend was a big move for Cardano. So all that being said, let's take a look at some price scenarios for where Cardano could end up by 2025, the end of this bull run. Before we do that, let's travel back in time to, around this area right here. Back when people thought Cardano was dead, it was before alt season in 2021. And you can see that during alt season 2021, Cardano went on an absolute tear, broke previous all-time highs, and made brand new all-time highs. If we took a look at that, had you have bought back at the bottom, November 2020, nobody wanted it. It was 9 cents per ADA. Less than a year later, alt season started, altcoins started booming. Less than a year later, September 2021, the all-time high, Cardano went all the way up to $3.10. You would have 34x'd your investment. That means that had you have had the foresight to buy in November of 2020 before alt season, similar to where we are right now, just at the cusp of alt season beginning, and then sold at the top, you would have 34x'd whatever investment, meaning that you could have just put in $29,000 back then and been a millionaire within a year. I mean, why didn't you do that? What is wrong with you? How did you not see that coming? Well, don't worry. A lot of people didn't see that coming. But could we have a better opportunity today? Let's take a look. Now, let's say today you watch this video, you say this Randall guy, not only ruggedly handsome, but his TA just makes me wet in my pants. And if you're a guy watching this video and you're saying that, please stop watching the channel. But let's say you do that and you decide to go ahead and buy some ADA today. You buy 1,000 ADA today, it will cost you $1,070. Now, a couple of scenarios we want to take a look at. The first thing would be, let's just say that Cardano doesn't really do anything spectacular this cycle. Just goes back to pretty much the market cap it had at its all-time high last cycle. Now, this would be probably a very underwhelming alt season for Cardano if that happened. One of the biggest right now, I think the number 9 cryptocurrency out there, not even doing as well as it did last alt season, considering that we're probably going to do better in general this alt season. Well, if that were to happen, last alt season, Cardano had a market cap of $94 billion. If it were to retouch that, you would 2.5x that $1,000, making you $2,667 with a $2.66 Cardano. So that's scenario one. I think that is almost guaranteed to happen. Like, the only reason you wouldn't expect that to happen is if, I don't know, Cardano just turned out to be some big scam and Hoskinson has just been leading us on for 5, 7, however many years he's been around doing it. So I would say that's a very realistic scenario for Cardano. And even some of the price predictions we were looking at, very, very likely that we could see prices in that territory minimum. Remember, that's the measured target for this cup and handle right here. So scenario number 2, this goes back to my expanding cycles theory right here. So I think that we're going to see basically a lot of altcoins go up, maybe not an order of magnitude, but kind of close. Last cycle, Ethereum had a market cap of $559 billion. I have a feeling we're going to see a number of altcoins, particularly these large layer 2 solutions like Cardano, like Solana, maybe XRP, who the F knows. But a lot of these coins will likely do as well this cycle as Ethereum did last cycle. And clearly Dogecoin is going to outperform what Ethereum did last cycle, clearly. But if Cardano did that, it would have a market cap of $559 billion, meaning that you would 14x that $1,000, making you $15,831 with a $15 Cardano. Pretty freaking rad. I mean, that's a realistic, I would say that's a realistic scenario. I would not be surprised if Cardano hit those levels this cycle, and that's a 14x. That's pretty incredible. That would take you pretty much a lifetime to get that much of a return in a typical bank account. So those are the first two scenarios, which brings us to the last two scenarios, the more speculative scenarios. But hey, that's what we're here for, because we all just like to gamble with our money, not financial advice. You should never do anything with your money other than what your financial advisor tells you. This is clearly just for entertainment purposes only, not telling you what to do with your money. So let's say, so far, Bitcoin has over $1 trillion market cap. We have yet to have an altcoin with $1 trillion market cap. I wonder what altcoin is that going to be? Is it going to be Ethereum? Or is Cardano going to flip an Ethereum and be the first altcoin, or one of the first altcoins, with $1 trillion market cap? Well, if that happened, guess what? You would 26x that $1,000, making you $28,321 with a $28 ADA. Awesome, right? Which brings us to our last scenario. You know, people speculate. People who clearly have crystal balls at home and they know how to predict the future, they speculate we're going to have a $10 trillion market cap, total crypto market cap this cycle. Now, clearly, it could go anywhere. We may have already seen a top, doubtful, but it's possible. It could go way beyond $10 trillion. There's no way to know. But one thing we do know, if we do take a look at Bitcoin dominance, we can see that while Bitcoin dominance fluctuates, altcoin dominance, the highest altcoin dominance ever was Ethereum with 32% dominance. This was back, I think, in like 2017, 2018, when Ethereum was on an absolute tear. Well, if we take those numbers, $10 trillion total market cap, 32% altcoin dominance, and we do the math, I'm not going to make you do that hard, complicated mathematics, I'll do that for you. That would be a $3.2 trillion market cap. Now, if that happened, guess what? You would 84x your $1,000 of ADA, making you $90,627 with a $90 ADA. Now, granted, it's a long shot. Probably not going to happen. But it's possible, especially when you take a look at the numbers, not outside the realm of possibility. It's just it's on the cusp of the realm of possibility for this cycle. So, if that were the case, if Cardano had a $3.2 trillion market cap this cycle, well, guess what? You would be a millionaire by just buying $11,904 of ADA, a little over 11,000 ADA, and you could be a millionaire if that scenario played out just like that. And that is it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video. We have a bunch more videos like this. You'll link to them somewhere around here. And also, actually, it's just right there. Check it out. Go. Look. Right now. There it is. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.